So you think you know all of the hidden menus, all of the shortcuts, all of the secret tweaks you can do on the 4K Firestick or Firetv Cube? Really? Well, in this video today, let me share with you some of the tips that you may not know, and you can leave me a comment below and let me know whether you knew all of them already, if some of them are new to you, or if there's any tips that you particularly liked. So with all of that being said, let's get started. If you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with the latest tech tutorials, the latest Firestick, Android and Android TV tips and tricks, then please do subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's a small click from you, but it makes a big difference to me. Thank you. So tip number one, what's the fastest way I can get my device to perform as best as possible? Well, for that, I recommend pressing the play button and the select button together and counting to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We can see we get the message that our device is now restarting. Now this is completely different to your device going to sleep, because when your device does go to sleep, all of those applications, all of those apps and APKs and processes that are running in the background, they just get put into a sleep state. So when your device does power back on, they're still running, so you haven't actually freed up any more memory or anything like that. But with this shortcut, which once again is select and play together, once you do hold that down, that will give your device a complete restart, and that's one of the best and quickest things you can do on your device to get it performing as optimally as possible. The next tip I have is how you can connect Bluetooth devices onto your Firestick or Firetv. Now these devices can be anything from Bluetooth keyboards to mice. I mean, this is the Bluetooth keyboard that I use for all of my videos normally, so when I want to enter in any commands or just use an air mouse, this is the Bluetooth keyboard I use. But you don't have to limit yourself to just keyboards and mice. You can also use Bluetooth headphones. So say for example you want to watch a movie but you don't want to disturb anybody else in the room, or maybe it's nighttime, you can pair up your Bluetooth headphones, and that way any audio from your Firestick will be sent over Bluetooth onto your headphones. And to connect any of these devices, just go over to your settings, go to remotes and Bluetooth devices, go to other Bluetooth devices, unless you're trying to do a game controller, and select the option to add a Bluetooth device. Say for example, we can see I've got a gamepad that's connected, we can see I've got a keyboard that's connected, that's actually this one here, and up here we've got some wireless headphones. So really guys, lots of different things you can connect in, and doesn't need any kind of cables or adapters. Just use normal Bluetooth and you can connect and use all these peripherals on your device without any issues whatsoever. Next up, you want to see exactly how much free memory and CPU your device currently has. How can you do that without actually installing any third-party program? Well, that's actually built into your Fire device. So whether you have a Firestick or a Firetv Cube, this is actually built in. Now to access this secret menu, if you press the select button on your remote and immediately press the down button and hold both down for about 3 to 4 seconds, let's do that now. So select and then down, 1, 2, 3, 4, then press the context key. We can see we get this hidden developer menu. Now others may tell you that you need to install something first, but this is actually built into the Fire OS operating system. And if you turn on the system X-ray, and this will immediately show you how much free memory you have and how busy your CPU is. And if you do notice that you don't have much free memory left, then it is always advisable to either close off background applications or just reboot your device, as one of the previous tips. The next tip is how you can control your Firestick or Firetv by just using your remote control. Now this is actually a really handy feature, because recently I was trying to set up an old Firestick and I couldn't find the remote control for it. If you just open up the App Store on your phone and you're looking for an application called Amazon Fire TV, and it looks like that with the official Amazon logo, let's just install that. Okay, once you install, you open it up, and this will now basically do a scan of your wireless network, and it will show you all of the Firesticks or Firetv devices you can find. Now in my case, it's found quite a few, so let me just select the right one, which is this one here. And you know it's the right one because when you click on it, you'll see this on the screen, and this is basically just asking you, like, this device is trying to make a connection to remote control your device. Do you allow it? And the way you allow is you enter in this code onto your phone. So I'm going to enter in 3014. And I now see this on my phone, guys. So now I can easily just swipe left and right, and we can see I can actually fully control my Firestick just using my remote control. And it's not just a normal remote control, you can also issue voice commands. I can use the virtual keyboard. So here I can just type in, for example, YouTube. So we can see, guys, I can actually use my phone as a virtual keyboard. So it really is a great way to interface with your device just by using your smartphone. Now, if you are looking for a recommended start page, which will be perfect for your online streaming journey, then I recommend opening up your browser, whether that's Silk or Firefox. Then I recommend clicking up here, and let's type in http:/bit.ly/fs page. So F is for your Firestick, but of course works on any device. So FS page, and because it's the year 2020, let's type in 2020 and then click on go or press the play button on your remote. Now when you get to this site, you can basically just make this into a favorite. So let's go to the top here. Let's click on add bookmark. Let's go down, and this is the recommended start page. So you can try this out on your own device, and the next time you want to access that start page, you can go to the top of Silk, go over to the menu, and here you'll see the new Firestick homepage there. So lots of great content in there, guys. Do check it out and let me know what you think. And just a quick interruption here, guys. If you are enjoying this kind of content, if you want to see more videos on the 4K Firestick or the second generation Firetv Cube or the latest NVIDIA Shield Pro or even your generic Android TV boxes, then please do like this video and also think about subscribing, because that really is the best way to help out my channel. Thank you. The next cool thing we can do is to install an application called Cetus Play. Now this application is also available on my downloads page, and I'll describe it as a Swiss Army knife of an app because you really can just do so much with it. So on my Android phone, let me start the application. Now when you start this application for the first time, it will basically show you all of the devices on your home network that's able to connect to. Now in the case of a Firestick or Firetv, you don't need to install anything in advance. This will actually push out a receiver onto your device for you using ADBs. Now in my case, my Firestick, the IP address ends in 188, so let me find on the list here. Here it is. So when I now click on that, it says installing Cetus Play onto your device. So this is now pushing that client onto my 4K Firestick. And that normally takes just a couple of seconds before it then connects. So let's see if it does that. Okay, we get the message that this is now being successfully connected onto your device. So we can click on OK for this message. Click on allow to give it access. Okay, so we are now connected. So let's back out of this. So the first thing we can do now is basically use our phone as a virtual control pad or a virtual remote for our Firestick. So if I click on the option at the top right here, I can now select mouse mode, and we can see I now have a fully working virtual pointer I can use on my device. But really guys, that's only the most basic function of this application. The real good stuff is in the hamburger menu on the top left. Let's click on that now. So the first thing we can do now is we have the option to play on TV, or in our case play on our Firestick. So let's click play on TV. We can now basically cast videos, pictures and even files. So let's do a quick picture test. Let's try this one over here. As soon as I click on the picture, we can see that picture is now instantly beamed onto our TV. Let's go back out of this. The next cool thing we can do is we actually have a built-in app center. So if I open that up, we now have full access to a complete library of applications that we can beam instantly from our device straight onto our Firestick. So for example, let's say I want to install this AMP player. Let's click on install. And within 1 second, we get the message that the AMP player is now installing. So it really is an amazing application, guys. And the last cool thing we can do on this application, guys, is we can go to the search to cast feature. And this will now basically allow us to search Google for any kind of content, any kind of video content that you may be searching for. You can find the content and beam it directly onto your device. So let's say, for example, we're looking for some Blue Planet, which is a great documentary. We can click on that. And let's say, for example, we want to try one of these links. I can just try the first one here. It says, do you want to cast this to your Firestick? Let's click on OK. And within a few seconds, guys, that's now beaming that full 1080p content directly onto our device, guys. And we can see that's working absolutely fine. And that's working great. So let's back out of that very quickly. For the next tip, just imagine it's a Friday night, you're about to start your movie session, and all of a sudden you get a phone call from your friend or your brother or your sister or your mum or somebody important, and they're telling you that they're having some issues with their Firestick. Now, wouldn't it be really helpful if you could actually see their screen and find out what they're talking about? Well, the next tip allows you to see the screen of somebody else's Firestick from your computer. So the way it works is, if you go over to my website, and we know the address for that is just http://bit.ly/tduk, that's me, and the number's 2019. Let's click on go. Now, quick tip here, guys, when you do get to my site, do press the context key, which is the one with the 3 buttons, and select the option add the current page to favorites, which means you'll always have quick access to my site. So let's save that as a favorite. Let's click on the hamburger menu. Let's scroll down and let's go to the tutorial section and click on the Firestick tips part 2 tutorial in the list. Once you get there and you scroll down, we can see we have a link here to download TeamViewer. So let's click on that now, and let's click on the green download button. So that will actually download TeamViewer onto your device. Download that, install it, and this is what it looks like. Now when you start the application, you'll see your ID. Now this is the ID that anybody with a cell phone or with a computer or really any device that can run TeamViewer can use this ID and connect in and show your screen. So whatever issues you're having, you can show them the problem and hopefully they can help you fix it. Let's just try that now. So let's go over to my computer. And here we are on my computer. I've just installed TeamViewer. It's a free application. It works on Windows, works on Mac, works on pretty much any operating system, including your mobile phone or cell phone. And here we can see this is the only thing we need, guys, which is the ID of your Firetv device. So I've just typed in that ID. Let's now click on connect. And there it is, guys. We now get a prompt on our Firestick saying, do you want to allow this computer to take over your device? So let's click on allow. Let's click on start now. Okay, it says screen sharing is now active. Let's go back to my computer, and there we have it, guys. We now have this small window and I can see exactly what's on the screen of the Firestick. So I could be in another town, in another city, even in another country. As long as I have internet access, I can now see the screen of the Firestick and whatever issue that person was having. Let's say, for example, it was saying, oh, my ADB is not working. I could tell them, go over to your settings, go down, go to my Firetv, and click on some stuff and basically help them fix the problem. So it really makes troubleshooting so much easier when you can see the person's screen and see exactly what they're talking about. Well, that's all for this video, guys. Many thanks for watching, and do let me know in the comments below if you did know all of those tips already, or if you did actually find some of them useful. If you did like this video, then please do give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more stuff like this, then please do subscribe and hit the notification bell. As always, I always appreciate your likes, your shares, your comments, so do let me know what you think. Leave me a comment below and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.